Welcome back to Kill the Computer. My name is Caleb. As every week, now for the sixth time in 1 week, how are you doing, June?
I'm doing great. You know, we've gone pretty heavy recording this week. Most of it for Mr. Beast, like probably 8 hours of talking about Mr. Beast. I'll be so honest, I have a high tolerance for talking about just awful things that annoy me, things that piss me off. But I think I am truly exhausted talking about Mr. Beast, and I genuinely hope I don't have to do that again for like another 9 months minimum.
Yeah. You know what's funny is like when we started, I was the one that was throwing the hissy fit. But I think by the end, you were the one that like, it was like a tortoise in the hare situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just did my grieving in advance. So.
I'm going through that right now. I'm dealing with the fact what I did with my life and time and just everything. Yeah. My Beast Chungus life that I live.
Yeah, dude. I was mostly okay with it actually up until we did the mukbang, which I just posted. And
you were suffering, dude.
I don't know what
Mr.
it was
Beast
about.
do a mukbang? Is that what happened?
We did Feastable. Yeah, we did Feastable and Lunchlies. I had
we all ate them.
You ate them. Oh.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, terrible. And like when I was opening up the Lunchly dipper, I was like trying to get the wrapping off because it's like somebody, I think it was AJ, made a joke about how it sounded like I was playing with duct tape. And it's on there pretty good. And like I jammed my finger in there to get the paper off, and I stuck it into the little compartment that had barbecue sauce all over it. I had fucking sticky fingers. It stunk. It smelled terrible. It was just awful. Sticky fingers. Gross,
yeah, no,
dude.
if that sounds appealing to you, listening to us suffer and eat Feastables and Lunchlies and talking about Mr. Beast and the Beast games, and you've somehow not listened yet, check out our whole Beast Week. We got 3 Beast Week episodes up with the Worst of All Possible World, guys. So that's all up there for you now.
I cut most of it, but there was a good 20 minutes of me in the back. I thought I was muted. I was not. And I took my headphones off for part of it because I was like trying to find something appropriate to like clean my hand with or whatever. So the whole time I'm just like, just making disgusting grunts and groans. And then while I was eating too, so fucking gross. So
yeah, you're a trooper for editing all of that.
Yeah, listening to yourself eat a Lunchly is not a fun in headphones, bro. Oh.
Good thing it's over.
Yeah, it's over for the year. So, it's one of those things that you complain about, then you miss, like hosting Christmas or something, right?
Yeah, thankfully it's a tradition now. So it'll come right back around just like Christmas.
Yeah.
Hopefully a lot happens between now and then.
Oh, with
I feel like
Mr.
he's
Beast.
been low key recently.
Ever since, he bought that financial app that we talked about. So he's like coming under the eye of the government and Elizabeth Warren. So
I saw Elizabeth Warren's ominous tweet about him. I did see that.
For Mr. Beast.
Questions.
He is escalating in ways that will rival, I think, the Disneys in like a decade.
Interesting.
Yeah, he's building infrastructure for sure. I think he had like an identity crisis. This is my takeaway from the whole thing is like, because season 1 failed and he lost money on it or whatever. Like he kind of had like an identity crisis and was like, I have to figure out like a backup plan because I can't be Mr. Beast forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So anyway,
that's fair.
Yeah.
Does one really want to be Mr. Beast forever?
I've never tried his Lunchlies or the Feastable. The Feastables are the chocolates, right?
Yeah. Don't try
I haven't tried them.
Now,
I saw a video of a YouTuber once who was like eating just foods that were made by other YouTubers. And so he did it for like a week, and he was eating the Lunchlies for like 1 or 2 meals a day, and he hated every single one. And then he would have a prime with every single one. And it was like, I felt so bad for him. I've tried the primes, and those are disgusting.
Yeah,
They
I had the
sugar.
red, white, and blue prime. I think that's their like flagship one because that's the one I see everywhere.
Yeah.
That one is fucking disgusting. But the other one that I had was actually pretty good. I have to give him credit there.
I think I've only had the red, white, and blue one, but it just tasted like straight sugar.
Sweet. It's just, it's so sweet. It's disgusting. And it's very funny too because like I am fighting for my fucking life. AJ, I cut this out because he almost threw up. Meanwhile, June's like, I'll probably finish these later.
I had some good ones, and I did finish them later. We stopped recording. I was like, I'm gonna make my pizza. I'm gonna eat my peanut butter and jelly and cracker.
I do think I remember that the one I watched, like the pizza, was the one he liked the best.
Yeah, I chose correctly. Damn.
God smiles upon June.
Mr. Beast smiles upon June.
Yeah, he is my god.
We were originally supposed to do part 2 of our Lost episode, but like a lot of stuff happened in like a really short period of time. And I just kind of, I was talking to both of you separately. It's like, I think we just gotta talk about the kind of MAGA Chud civil war going on, because it's just too funny to actually
It's
not even
awesome.
just that. So much happened. Like, we weren't even planning on talking about this, but now we have to. Fucking Eric Adams comes out of nowhere and is like, hey, dude, I'm actually a dual Albanian citizen now.
He's an enigma.
He's such a critter. He's such a critter, dude. I think like a lot of people are like, oh, he's just like, what are the extradition rules with Albania or whatever? I don't even think that's it. Like, I think the guy's just in it for the game.
He genuinely just loves doing this. I think, like, I really hope, like, he's genuinely one of the coolest politicians ever. I think his politics are not great, of course, but as a guy in politics, he's one of the greatest to ever do it, only rivaled by Lori Lightfoot in Chicago, the old mayor. Like, I really hope that he just tries to collect different citizenships. You know how people do like passport collections? Well, they'll like try to get that stamp for wherever they go. He's going to try to get citizenship everywhere. And I really want him to do something like that. I think if he was a jester, like traveling the world, ending up in different locations like that, like he's like a speed. He's like,
he does that,
speed.
right?
Huh?
Like he just travels and that's like what he does.
Yeah.
He got in legal trouble because he was traveling to Turkey, and then Trump dropped the charges. But he's also like, while he was mayor, I believe he also traveled to like the Golan Heights. He was in
he was in Israel multiple times.
Yeah, he went to Israel, which is like, okay, that's kind of like. He went to somewhere else too, but then he announced that he wanted to retire in Azerbaijan. Like,
dude.
Okay.
I think I said to Caleb earlier today that I think that he lives in a sitcom that the rest of us kind of like can't see. Like he's in an alternate
like a reverse
universe.
Truman Show situation.
He's experiencing a different universe than we are. But I also, now that you said that, like him traveling, I want that as a sitcom. Like I want Eric Adams traveling to different countries
travel
as a sitcom.
cuisine shows.
And it's like a romance sitcom.
He finds love in Azerbaijan.
Yes. He finds love in every country in the world. Yeah. And that's how he gets these citizenships.
Every episode is
Order Adams.
It's like 90 Day Fiance, but Eric Adams, and it's a different country like every year.
I love the idea. You know, at the end of the Shining movie where it like zooms out and it's a photo of Jack, and it's like, oh my God, he was there. He was a ghost or whatever. He was there the whole time or whatever the ending is about. And it's like, I'm just imagining that like in 200 years, people will unearth photos from this time. And there will be like an Eric Adams in every country. There'll be like a Chinese Eric Adams photo of him getting his citizenship. And it's like,
maybe
like
he's
200
not
years
a person.
from now.
He's a constant.
Yeah. There will be unearthings of rare Eric Adams photos getting different citizenships. And I think that's
now that you
beautiful.
brought up The Shining, isn't that also where he has that scene where he's like frozen?
Yeah, right.
I'm thinking that they unearth him like that. They just find him in that state in like 300 years.
They thaw him out, and they
his
have
his
brand new
final
Eric
trip
Adams.
was to Antarctica, and he just got stuck.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's like at the start of an H.P. Lovecraft novel. They thaw out Eric Adams, and he becomes some sort of.
And he teaches the future about the past. And there's another sitcom.
He's actually Aang from The Last Airbender. That's actually him.
I've decided. I think that he's a constant in the universe, and during his different lifetimes, he brings different kinds of sitcoms to the world. That's what I think.
I want one with him and Curtis. Where they go,
yes.
they travel. Come on, Mr. Mayor, I'm not gonna help you knock off $75 from that corner store.
No, they would be the greatest comedy duo ever seen. I think if like no more politics for them, they're both done. Sliwa, he's done. He gets his
Awful
cats.
politics.
Yeah. But like
If they
two together would be unstoppable.
If they continue with the Muppets reboot, they could replace the two grumpy old men.
Dude, that's the role they were destined for.
I think they're born for those roles, honestly. If those puppets give out, they're the backups.
I was rewatching How To with John Wilson recently. And I don't remember exactly what episode it was off the top of my head, but there's a random John Wilson accidentally, or I mean, he probably knew, but he runs into Curtis Lewa and interviews him for the show. So I was watching this as someone who before like this last election, I had no fucking clue who Sliwa was. And then I'm watching the show and he appears and it's like just him, with the fucking beret, just doing his thing in this show. Flashbang, really fucking weird. New York is not a real city. It's fake. There's 8 million of you, but you run into people everywhere there, apparently.
Yeah,
it's like its own country, really.
It is, yeah. Beautiful place. It produced Eric Adams, so it's got to be. It's
got to be good.
And Curtis Lewa
in the same era, they overlapped. Do you know how rare that is? It's like two giants, two legends to overlap in the same time. That does not happen very often in history.
We're lucky that we got to watch both of them
at the same time. Beautiful, really.
Yeah, for sure. This isn't really a story. So I'm going through my notes of like all the stuff that we were going to hit tonight. This isn't really a story, but did you see? I'd sent this to you, June, Maddie. I don't think that I sent this to you, but there was the guy. He's like a tech guy. His name's Robert Scoble. You know who he is? He's like some just tech bootlicker nerd, Silicon Valley guy. He posted something, and I couldn't find out what the original tweet he posted that Elon Musk liked. Elon Musk liked this guy's tweet.
Yes.
And he's like, oh my God, he posts separately. Oh my God, Elon Musk's liked my tweet. And he posted a screenshot of it and then immediately deleted it and issued an apology and was like, I'm sorry to Mr. Musk for publicizing his like. And like in the comments, he was explaining that like Elon Musk DM'd him, was like, do not ever do that. Don't let people know the things that I like.
Oh, that's why Elon made likes private. That's crazy.
There was that theory, or pretty early on, that I think had a lot of credence, where people were like,
yeah, he was liking
Elon Musk
porn.
is posting and liking insane shit, and people keep like following him. People keep track of his likes, and like his interactions, and that he was making likes private because he did not want people to know the type of shit he was liking and interacting with. And I feel like that absolutely confirms it, that he instantly reached out to this fucking guy, this dude, and was like, you have to delete this. He probably like fucking threatened to sue him or like take action against him.
It also confirms that he is just sitting on Twitter 24/7.
Yeah, he's not doing any work.
He has got
if anybody out there
was
able to, if anybody else saw this and you were able to find out what it was that he posted that made Elon so mad, I would really love to know. It's probably nothing, but Elon's just, like that. But if it was funny, like obviously we need to know, right?
Yeah. Oh my God. No, I think it just reinforces how fucking paranoid he is at all times. And it's like he wants to interact with like not Nazi shit all the time. Like it's just so obvious that this is what's happening and this is why he wanted it this way. And it's so crazy. That post from the Robert Scoble guy was so funny too. He's like a fucking dog with his tail between his legs. He's like, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. He's like fucking groveling. It's so pathetic, honestly.
Like when you catch a dog that hops up on the counter and steals butter.
I wonder if there's like something in like the privacy policy or something that you have to agree to where you aren't allowed to share that. And so technically, because I wonder if somebody posted that and Elon messaged them and was like, take this down, and they were like, no. I mean, he could still get it taken down because he runs the website, but it makes me wonder if there's like actually something in the policy that we've agreed to that we're not supposed to technically be posting that.
If there's not, which I don't think there is, if there's not, Elon Musk wishes there, like, he could put that there.
Absolutely.
He like, if he has not done that yet, he's been thinking about it for years at this point. Like, he really he does not want people to know like any interactions that he has.
Just get an alt and keep it quiet. Don't reply to yourself on your alt as your baby, you fucking pervert.
It's really a shame that it's like Elon Musk has bought this website, so it's harder to harass him. I really miss the days when you could like easily harass him. But that was some good shit.
Yeah. Before I forget, by the way, I did not introduce our guest.
Oh my god.
This evening, you have heard her on here multiple times now. Our friend Maddie, who is joining us for our journey through the Lost series. Again, we decided not to do it just because things were happening. But, you know, last time, Maddie, we when we kicked the can on one of your episodes, first of all, we got the mini episode, which was like kind of a harrowing one, but it was good. Mm-hmm. And then we came back with you and did the Erica Kirk one, and that's the hardest I think I've ever laughed on this show. It's either that or Charles, the Charles episode. So,
you know, hearing about your like homeless man that that was at the store.
We did a check-in with him the other night.
How's he doing?
Still traveling, migrating across the country.
Dude, I forgot. Oh my god.
My favorite thing that we learned was that he showers at Planet Fitness.
Yeah, he just puts that in all of his posts.
Yeah.
So like Maddie was explaining to me, it's so good. He doesn't know how to he doesn't know how to do like a travel blog and like monetize what he's doing.
Yeah.
But he still types like you know what I mean? Like he's like review everything that he posts is like a review.
He's using Facebook as like a travel blog, but just like
but for no money, and it's like he's reviewing his like friend's garage, like.
Wait, that kind of sounds sick though. Like this dude's like low key living the life.
Yeah. Saying
my
that
favorite thing too, though, he commented like unprompted in his comment. People were like commenting like, "Oh, great pictures," blah blah blah, and he unprompted goes, "I sleep in my van." And by my and he goes, and I buy my groceries at the grocery store. That's how I afford my lifestyle.
Yeah, nobody asked at all, dude.
He wasn't responding to anybody. He just like commented it on his post.
Yeah, just tearing into some like lunch meat in his van. So this is how I make the dream. Teamwork makes the dream work, baby. The one that you told me about, Maddie, that made me laugh super fucking hard was there may or may not have been a fictional classmate that he posted about visiting because he grew up in like rural Iowa, and he posted about a classmate, and somebody responded and was like, I don't remember that person. We're talking about a class that could maybe 100 people. Like everybody knows everybody, right?
And he posted all these pictures, and of course the caption was like this whole long story about said classmate and his girlfriend Paige, who he kept using her name for some reason.
He kept saying Paige. Repetition makes him believe it.
And then he like had this whole story about staying at this classmate's house and like going out to dinner and stuff. And then one of the comments was just, I don't remember him.
Yeah, it's so good. He's like, this guy was like my enforcer.
No pictures of like the other person. He posted a bunch of pictures, but none of them were with anybody else.
That's not entirely true. Remember, he said his friend gave him a home cooked meal, and then he posted a picture of a steak dinner that's very obviously from a restaurant.
Yes. That's right.
Oh no. I thought you were gonna say he was like in an AI psychosis. Like he posted a picture of someone that was clearly just like AI or something. But no, like there was he didn't even do that. No AI psychosis.
He just made this classmate up.
I think that's classic. That's some like real crazy online person shit. I respect that.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, the reviews and all of the travel blogging stuff is recent, so it makes me think that he's like embellishing these posts because he's doing this travel blog thing and he thinks he needs to sound
cooler than he is. I don't really know, but
I'll be honest, he's already cool enough for me. He doesn't need to embellish.
Dude, he's like reviewing parking lots that he's illegally sleeping in.
Yeah.
He's like, I can hear the waves.
It'd be very calm to sleep there. It would be really, really nice. I bet.
Except for the anxiety of like, I know I'm not supposed to be parked here.
Whomst among us has not had to sleep in a car at least once?
That's fair.
Yeah.
I've done it at rest stops several times.
What a
It's really
critter.
comfy. No, that dude's awesome. I unironically, genuinely love that guy. Even though it sounds like he has insane politics from the last time we talked about
That's
it.
what makes it funny, dude. He's out there living the Big Rock Candy Mountain lifestyle while fighting against the woke mind virus. It's so awesome, dude.
And he has finally turned on Trump, along with, as we will talk about, so many others.
The bellwether. He's part of this MAGA civil war that I think we're going to mostly be talking about here. Caleb, you were sending me incredible posts last night. Just I assumed you were howling laughing at some of these based off of your reactions. Yeah.
I was by myself too. Is the sad part is like I was like, man, I wish like I was just seeing this live with like a friend or like on stream. I was supposed to be doing game night, but it got canceled. I was like, fuck, this would have been so good with the guys or whatever. But yeah, let's go through this because it's so there's so much we could talk about. But
it's so good.
Funny. So yeah, it's like Chud Civil War.
Yep.
The catalyst of this obviously is, the Iran war and how Trump has just very badly handled it. He's gotten critiques from all around, but he goes on Truth Social. And it's like a 500 or 600 word. Again, the reason that Trump is president, and I didn't come up with this thought. I think it might have been Lauren on a Blue Sky. It was like the reason that he's our president is because of character limits. Now that he posts, it's like it sucks. It's not funny anymore.
He lost aura. I read like pieces of those posts, but I don't think ever since he lost the like character limit from switching off of Twitter to Truth Social, I don't think I've fully read any of his posts. He had like an art. It was an art before.
Yeah.
He was a generational poster. I loved his old posts about Twilight.
Yeah. About like their dating.
Yeah,
like
he was like so mad
Yeah.
at Kristen Stewart for cheating on Robert Pattinson. It was like, you got to leave her.
No, it's like there was an art form to his posting. Like he has so many iconic tweets that I think permeated the culture and like the online culture, at least in some real way. And I think that stupidly probably made people think like he's a cool guy. I got to vote for him. He had this like really like he had this posting aura. Now he has just totally lost it because he can just go off of he can go on insane screeds with no end in sight. He can just go. He takes like probably 2 hours to type some of these up. Like, Jesus Christ, you got to calm down, dude.
Have you seen the meme where it's like a drawing of him soy jacking holding a phone that's just like covered in a text wall?
Yes.
Yeah. Somehow he took the mantle for the leftist memes. Have you ever seen that like leftist memes?
Oh yeah.
Where it's just like endless wall. That's Trump now. He's just the leftist meme.
He's lost his touch.
I know. There's brevity is an art.
He should have returned to Twitter after, because once Elon bought it, he unbanned him.
I know.
And he could have come back, but also he still could have gotten the premium where he has no character limit still. And then we would just be subjected to it on Twitter instead.
All he does is post like AI slop on there now.
Didn't he post a video of somebody being murdered today?
Yeah, on Truth Social he did, yeah. I watched that. That was fucked up.
The Haitian immigrant who murdered that woman with a hammer. It's very harrowing. It's also very fucked up to use that as like a, I don't know, political point. It's like, I don't know.
Whenever the right uses like, oh, this illegal immigrant killed this person, therefore we have to deport every single illegal immigrant. It's like, okay, but like that's not how society should work. We should not ever do collective punishment. Obviously, that is ridiculous. There should not be, just because like one person does one crime doesn't mean you ever project that out to the whole. That is like baby brain dumb shit politics.
Mm-hmm.
They don't care. You know what I mean? It's not even really about that. It's just they're using that as a weapon to wield.
Yeah.
But so Trump goes on and he does this whatever 5,000 character stupid screed, and he calls them, nut jobs, troublemakers, which was my favorite. Calling them troublemakers is a good bit.
That's really good.
He calls
That's an
Tucker,
Eric Adams insult.
Dude, it is. He calls Tucker Carlson a broken man who couldn't finish college.
Insane.
Yeah.
Insane. Trump even? Yeah, Trump went to college, didn't he? Did he?
He did. He went to Penn.
Ah.
Yeah. He's a business boy. He
That's right.
insulted Megyn Kelly. Candace Owens, he called her crazy, and also brought up her feud with the First Lady of France, who he called more of a beautiful woman than Kansas.
I did enjoy that line.
That one stung for Candace in particular.
He wrote this feeling like he was at his Comedy Central roast again.
Yeah.
He had the
he
memories.
was thinking about these, dude.
No, he went fucking full force on some of these. Like, these are people, keep in mind, these people that he's insulting here, these were longtime
and Tucker
loyalists.
is still a loyalist. Did you see his response?
Like, all of these
Such a
people still
pussy.
like grovel at his feet. Like Alex Jones even recently was like, he's been
he's
turning
not a
on
bad man. He's just fighting demons.
Exactly. It's like they still
That was a
cannot
good
like
impression.
truly abandon Trump despite him just shitting all over them, like just absolutely shitting on them. These people have ruined their careers and lives multiple times, in some cases, to like elect
Protect
Donald
him.
Trump
Mhm.
and create this movement. And he fucking dumps shit on them. It's so funny. It's genuinely, it's
Well, and with
so good.
With Megyn Kelly, I think it's especially funny because she was on her show like 2-3 days ago being like, I'm okay with him nuking Iran.
Yeah.
I'd rather him like praising him. And then he turns around and is like, and insults her and turns on her. And now she's on her show being like, he's a mess. The Republican Party is a mess. And it's like, girl,
It's been a mess. It's been.
okay.
Literally, like 2 months ago, she went on air defending Trump, like being a pedophile, essentially.
Mhm.
I don't know if you remember where he was like, they're barely legal, like 15.
They're
And it's like,
teenagers. Whatever that
barely
word is.
legal. That's not legal. That's explicitly illegal, actually. That is not barely legal anything.
Well, Katie Miller was complaining today about, and I think this was also on Fox News, they were complaining about how low teen pregnancy rates are,
Yes.
which
When
is so weird.
So that's actually something that I found out, like doing some research for Ill Conceived, that like, of course, the birth rate, the whole birth rate thing, it's like the right is freaking out about lowering birth rate. And if you look closely, really the main decrease, the biggest decrease in the last 20 years is just teens not getting pregnant as much.
Mhm.
Teens are a lot safer. There's like actual sex education since like the Obama era, opposed to like the abstinence only sex education of the pre-Obama years. So it's like people have gained a greater awareness. There's a lot more like protections and like different ways to like get family care and stuff if like that's what you need, like abortion or whatever. But it's like these people will melt down about lowering birth rates, and it's like what they're really freaking out about is really low teen birth rates, and that's insane. That so many people, especially Katie Miller most recently, is like melting down about that.
Well, and the crazy thing, these are the same people
Like, that's
that
a
will
good thing.
shame. Well, and they're the same people that will shame teenage mothers.
Yeah.
Like, they're the same people who, when they see a pregnant 16-year-old, they're like, that is shameful. Like, she should not be having a baby right now. Like, and they are not putting money into supporting those people.
Never.
So it's so stupid, and it's so weird that they are so fixated on acting like teenagers are adults. I don't understand it.
I mean, they're all pedophiles is what
Yeah,
we're
I
learning.
guess.
They're all pedophiles or defend pedophiles. So frankly, teens getting pregnant is just part of their day to day at this point. They love it. They don't even pretend. They want it to happen, but they don't want to provide anything to those teens in support of them.
I mean, it's the
all.
same with abortion. They want all these babies to be born, but who gives a shit what happens to them afterwards?
Exactly. Yeah. No, all of that's so fucking bleak. But all these people, like Megyn Kelly, all of these people getting just shit on by Trump in that post.
Yeah. Well, there's a couple more he did that I thought were very funny. He called Alex Jones bankrupt Alex Jones, who lost his entire fortune as he should have for his horrendous attack on the families of the Sandy Hook shooting victims.
Oh my God.
Dude, get his ass, Mr. President.
He's not wrong.
It's so funny. But also, like, I know there's still more, but this is just so fucking telling. That this is just so, it's like mind-numbingly insane to me that, like, Trump probably thought that this whole time. Trump spoke positively, and I believe spoke to, like, fairly often. Alex Jones talks about how they've had calls together. Like, he associates publicly with these figures like Alex Jones, but as soon as they fucking turn on Trump, or at least just not even turn on, have concerns about like the way his presidency is going,
the most minor critique,
Trump will then come out and be like, you're fucked up on this, you fucked up on this, you fucked up on this, actually you're reprehensible. It's like, but okay, but like yesterday you were his ally, like you were fine with that until now.
That is a pretty textbook characteristic of like a narcissistic personality, is like they'll keep ammunition on you that they're fine with until you cross them or whatever. And he's definitely doing that. And then he also called Marjorie Taylor Greene Marjorie Trader Brown, which I don't know, man.
Genuinely one of his worst nicknames. Like, it's like,
that one
she's
is
brown.
kind of a miss.
It's he really thought he cooked, but it's just like, she forgot to water the lawn. Is it like that's why it's green now it's brown? Or
I don't.
Like,
I
shit?
guess
I don't know.
She's she's rotting. She's poop. Yeah. I don't know what he's doing.
She's
poopy.
I really don't. He's calling her poopy.
Yeah. So the responses were, Candace said it was time to put Grandpa in a home, and then she called for him to be revoked using the 25th Amendment and called him a genocidal lunatic. Get his ass, Candace.
Hell yeah.
She's crazy, but sometimes she hits.
Dude, I wish she would have hit with that Bride of Charlie series. I was so ready for that.
Did you watch it, June?
I watched like half of it.
Yeah, I think June bounced before we did.
Okay, we watched the full like first one. It was so excruciating. It was just nothing, and she just kept talking about the mystical Jews.
Yeah.
And
it's like the Army Corps of Engineers had something to do with it. Like, what are you talking about?
She did 8 episodes of that, by the way.
Yeah. Which is funny because I think she was only supposed to do 3. She said she was only going to do 3.
She did more. She talked about this more than we talked about Mr. Beast for Beast Week, but only by like an hour. That's dude. No, she is insane. She is. I don't even want to know like exactly
in the first
what these
episode.
get
I don't know
into.
what happened in the other ones, but in the first episode, all she talked about was Erica Kirk's like parents and their marriages and stuff, and then
there's like a date wrong on one of the court forms, and that was like her big fine.
And then also, I laughed really hard about she like called her grandpa the wrong Swedish word.
Yeah, it was like Nona when she was supposed to say
called him,
Nana or some shit.
She called him, I can't even think. I speak Swedish and I can't think of what she called him. But she used the wrong word. Like she called him her mother's father, and more far. That's what it is. That's mother's father. But it should have been far because her father's father is Swedish. Yeah, and so Candace was like, "This is a smoking gun." She called him her Morfar.
Come on.
And which really, I think it's just that Erica probably doesn't speak Swedish and used the wrong word.
That's like around when I dipped out, because it was just sort of like 10 minutes of her going far and Morfar, just like she was far, just over and over. It's like I don't have time with this. This isn't the smoking gun I thought it was gonna be.
No, I thought she had something. Yeah. And then by the end of it, I was like, okay, so she really doesn't have anything.
But here's the thing. I want her to keep doing it. I want them to keep fueling this psychotic, unbelievable, like right-wing civil war, because it's actually like on some measurable level, seemingly destroying them and like the movement in some degree, at least with independents. Not necessarily with like the super hardline type of people, but like people that are like independent right-wing leaning people have seemingly really abandoned Trump in a real way, and I think that's valuable to like encourage these flames. I really want it to just keep happening.
Well, I don't know exactly everything that went on. I haven't super close been following it, but in Wisconsin, they just had elections like yesterday, I think, or the day before. And the consensus seemed to be that people were just not showing up for the Republicans. Like, it wasn't necessarily that there was more votes against them, but it was that the people who voted for Trump in Wisconsin did not show up to vote in all these other
that
like
coalition
local
is
elections.
just not showing up.
From what I saw, there was like a pretty significant shift from the right to the left too. There was only one district.
They have a Supreme Court now that is, I think, fully liberal until like 2030 something. I don't know.
Yeah, so I grew up in Wisconsin. I've been obviously voting in Wisconsin my whole life. So there's a 5-2 liberal majority at this point.
Okay.
And it's probably, like, assuming this trend just keeps happening, it's probably going to be a 7-0 liberal majority.
Well, I'll say
very
this,
soon.
I'm moving to Wisconsin in like 3 months, so I'll be.
Where to? You can cut this, Caleb, this specifically if you want to. Oh, beautiful! Oh, it's gorgeous! It's gorgeous.
I love it.
There. Oh my!
All
God.
my favorite like state parks are up there, so. And I can
the
work.
state forest. Oh, I love that. I forget the name of it, but that like northern state forest in like,
I drove through that.
Beautiful.
I drove through that last year and it was gorgeous. I go up there like 7-8 times a year, so it's. I was like, I might as well just live up here.
So jealous. I've only been up there twice, and it's some of the best nature I've ever seen.
I love the weather. I love that it's colder.
So cold. Snow everywhere. Disgusting, and it's perfect.
I love it. People in Iowa are like confounded by me because every time it snows, I'm like, yes, I love this. I don't mind driving in it. I don't mind going out in it. And people at my work specifically are always like, what is the matter with you?
0 degrees, 1 foot of snow is ideal for me.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, no, you're gonna love living in Wisconsin then.
I'm excited.
Perfect. Yeah.
Okay, we can go back to. I was gonna bring up. Did you guys see Erica Kirk's drive-by crying?
Yeah,
did you see that video?
What? Who was advising her? Why would you do that?
What is even the context of that? Like, was she just driving and then saw some people filming and she was like, "Here's my opportunity. I already have the tissue. I've glued this tissue to my hand. I can't get it off, so I might as well make the most of it."
Drive by crying. I genuinely thought that was like AI. I was like, someone AI generated this. Surely this isn't real. Surely Erica Kirk has seen the Drewski video and knows that she should probably not continue to like be in public at all.
You would think so. Like, especially after the Drewski video, I would not go out again for like a month or two at least.
It's over. Yeah.
At least.
Like,
I mean,
no
people
one
defended her, but it was still overwhelming. Like, we think this is funny.
And like here, like the thing is it's like this is sort of part of the MAGA conservative civil war too. Is it's like there will be people that defend people like Erica Kirk or like the Iran war, but there is just like an ever increasing amount of people on their own side just roasting them in the replies and like just genuinely getting on them to a degree that is overwhelming. Like there's more support for those people roasting these like propaganda shitters than not at this point, at least online. Of course, you know, there will still always be millions of Trump voters that will always love anything he does. But like, I don't know, I'm genuinely surprised that this war in Iran and like Erica Kirk, I guess, have genuinely been like shifting some, like I don't know if I've ever seen conservatives really criticize Trump this much before in the way they have. And it's kind of, I don't want to give credit to any of these people because they're stupid. They voted for this guy. They knew what they were getting. It's not like Trump just became a narcissistic maniac out of nowhere. But it's like, I don't know. I'm glad to see it. I love to see these people in constant turmoil and depression that their president is just a flop.
Yeah. I think that the sign that things were not ever really going to go their way in the long term was Charlie Kirk. Yeah. Because they could have made, I mean, I think that they wanted to make that a moment, like a martyr, like this is when the right unites and goes against the left. And instead we trapped his soul in a meme. And and everybody did it. Like people who voted for Trump are sharing Kirk memes. People, like they're all doing it. And to me, that seemed like the first sign that like, okay, they can't keep this together for very long. No. And they haven't. It's getting worse and worse.
I'm just continuously shocked at how fast it happened. It was like there was that month and then it was like, oh, that's over. And now everyone thinks that the entire right is a joke now also.
Yeah. I think a lot of this has been like building up, and that was just like kind of the excuse. I mean, like it had to be something. And, you know, threatening to vaporize 90 million people for Israel is, you know, for enough people, that's got to be the final straw.
Yeah, there is enough. Like pretty much anyone alive under the age of like, or over the age of like 10, basically their entire life has just been like constant war. And like, I mean, even still, like, I don't even know why I gave that fucking cutoff. Everyone alive in America right now has known a time in their life when America has been at war with another person, and people are just fucking tired of it. And I think it's like just a palpable enough force where I don't think Trump, especially with how horribly this is handled, like the Strait of Hormuz is still not open. The oil crisis is just continuing to escalate, and it's like
going to get worse, by the way. It could open tomorrow and it would still get worse for quite a while.
And they're not going to open it tomorrow. They cannot. They won't. Yeah. Like Iran won't and can't. Especially because like there's mines in the strait now. Like they just can't just open it. So all of this, like, I think it was inevitable. I also think it was really stupid that a lot of people were like, no, Trump is anti-war. And it's like, he has a history of like loving and like wanting, like he's criticized Obama's wars, but he has consistently talked about getting people's oil.
I'm sorry, dude. If you thought that Trump actually had some ideological commitment to being anti-war, you're fucking stupid. I'm trying to give like right wingers an off ramp. I'm trying to be gracious because like the structure of propaganda, we've talked about that on the show quite a bit. But if you really thought that Donald Trump was a dove, you're fucking stupid. And I saw people on the left saying that. Like, you're fucking stupid if you thought that. You just are. You're a credulous dope. I don't feel bad for you, and I hope that you suffer more than I do.
I don't think Donald Trump is anti-war at all. However, I don't think any of the things that he's done, like attacking Iran, I don't think he thought that was going to turn into a war.
Of course not.
And I think that's how... And I think that that's how a lot of his supporters understood it, even though they shouldn't have. Like, if they looked into other things that he said, then they would understand that he does support war. But like, I think that a lot of his supporters also expected that like he might get us into military conflicts, but they're not going to be full scale wars. They're going to be like what happened in Venezuela, where we just attack another country, do whatever the fuck we want, and then go back home and have no consequences. They thought everything was going to be like that,
just in and out.
Yes. And I do think Trump thought that that's what this was going to be.
So can I tell you my theory? I don't think I've said this on the show before, but I've been thinking about this for a while, especially the further we've been getting into the Iran war, where I genuinely, so I think the situation in Venezuela for sure. And at this point, we do kind of know that there was like some sort of back end deal that was struck where there were people inside of Maduro's party that were like, okay, like talking to like US sources, like we're going to make this deal. If you like, you can get Maduro, we will like assume leadership, and that'll be like the trade essentially, is Maduro will be our fall guy and we will maintain like the party control of Venezuela. And I think Trump genuinely doesn't know that there was like a deal struck. I think he actually thought that this was like a strategic war, like that it was like a in and out, like Venezuela didn't see it coming, like this was like a success in that way. I think no one told him there was like a back end deal. So when people started like in his administration, Lindsey Graham, like Netanyahu, all of these people were like, yeah, we should like do that to Iran. He probably was like, oh yeah, we'll just do what we did in Venezuela, not realizing that there was like a deal struck where Maduro would be the fall guy. I think he unironically thought that was a totally like strategic planned victory in that way, like a complete surprise attack. I think he thought the same thing would happen with Iran, because he thought it probably happened with Venezuela. So he was like, yeah, we'll just in and out, like no big deal. We'll win. We have total control over the entire world. And obviously I think the US has really shown that we are not the superpower we thought we were, and no amount of increasing defense spending or war funding will ever change that. Like war is just different now. You cannot just like have like if Iran basically has outsmarted us this way this quickly, like we're kind of like the US, not like the royal we as in the US is kind of fucked long term. And this sort of just revealed a lot about like actual US power.
Well, and I there have been reports that I've seen recently, and I don't know how true they are, but I would believe them, that Pete Hegseth is like Trump's main source of information for all of this stuff, and that he has been lying to Trump. And so I would not doubt it. I would not doubt that he is telling Trump, like, yeah, it's going to be just like Venezuela. We're going to be in and out. It's going to be so easy. And Trump has said multiple times in public that all of this was Pete Hegseth's thing. Yeah. Like he's blamed it on him multiple times in public.
Like say John Bolton.
Yeah. No, I mean I wouldn't doubt it that he's like and I think maybe he did that, blaming him in public because he started to doubt what Pete Hegseth was telling him, like, oh, okay, this is actually going to drag us into a real war. Now it's Pete Hegseth's war.
And now Alex Jones, we lost Alex Jones because of it. He lost his coalition, lost to Alex Jones and Tucker Carlson.
Well, no, Tucker Carlson is still tentatively on board.
Yeah.
What a fucking cock. What a loser.
His response was basically like, the president's going through a lot right now, and we hope he does better, and we're not mad at him. That was like
he
basically
said literally he loves Trump more than ever. I think he said like Israel's just got him in a headlock or something like
these
that.
These people are so fucking cucked. They believe nothing. Whenever people circulate clips of like Tucker Carlson being like, wow, he kind of had a point here. It's like, no, he's just fucking doing the song and the dance just so everyone will be impressed, because he will love Trump no matter what. He will lick his taint if he asks him to. Like, these people have no fucking beliefs.
Yeah. Okay, let's get on
Alex
to
Jones.
Yeah, dude, making fun of his bankruptcy is so goddamn funny.
That is very funny. It would have only been more funny if he brought up like the dominatrixes that he hired. I remember when his like financial information got leaked. It showed that he was spending money on dominatrixes.
Oh boy. I love that. Like, I have this just kind of new image in my head of Alex Jones. I've been workshopping like my Alex Jones character of him just like live streaming while he's rooting around in a dumpster looking for something to eat. Like, we gotta impeach this guy. We can't let him get away with it. Because he's just has like a fucking sack on a stick that he's just like putting a cartoon fish skeleton into. We gotta get rid of this guy.
I feel like he would be like, if he was cartoon form, he'd be built like fat, but like Popeye, but not but like pre-spinach. Yeah. I guess, I don't know, he's kind of buff, but I feel like if he was homeless, he might lose that. So
he's built like a fucking garbage can, man. So awesome.
I wonder if he's still super red.
Oh, he's always red.
He's redder than ever. And it's awesome. I don't know. The front continues on the MAGA civil war between Laura Loomer and Roger Stone. It's not nearly as funny, so we don't really need to get into that too much because we got a lot of ground to cover for this episode. But I would say it's one to keep an eye out on, because Roger Stone is a real piece of shit, and you never know what that guy's gonna do.
I will say I did like Laura Loomer's. She put out like a video where she said that she was the one who backstabbed Tucker Carlson and was like telling Trump every bad thing Tucker said about him.
Oh my God.
And somebody called her the modern day Rasputin.
She kind of is. She's like the shadowy advisor in the cloak in the corner. Like, she really is. And she sucks off Trump too.
And then we have that Milo Yiannopoulos guy, and he is the eunuch. He's the scheming eunuch.
He's the Varys.
Yes,
I do love
the keeper of whispers.
I do love that Trump has like this odd cast of like rumor mongers all around him. Like, that's so funny.
I can literally hear Littlefinger saying what Milo said about Loomer and Trump. She doesn't have sex like that anymore. So good, dude. Oh, okay.
I also don't know what Laura Loomer looks like anymore, because every time I see a video of her on Twitter, they've edited it.
It's a different image.
So I have she looks like Stan Smith from American Dad in most of the videos that I see, just the biggest jaw that you can imagine.
She's like some sort of Lovecraftian demon that your mind can't process. So her face is just like an ever shifting kaleidoscope of horror. That's actually not AI. That's just what she looks like.
She is like Bigfoot. Just cannot see her.
You can't get a clear look.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go into a more serious, less funny, but I don't know if I'll say funny. I think this is interesting. Lots of violence towards AI boosters in the last week. We have in Indianapolis earlier this week, there was a councilman. His name is, I think, Rick Gibson. Mm-hmm. Ron Gibson, excuse me. Somebody fired 13 rounds into his house.
Oh my God.
I feel not to condone what happened, but I feel like we should note that basically everybody in his area had come to a meeting to be like, we do not want this data center.
Yeah.
And then he was like, I don't care. I'm going to do it anyways.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't even, I should have looked this up. I don't know who the data center is even for. But somebody fucking dumped his house and then left a note that was like, no data centers, which is crazy. And then
that's so wild. Just
as of a few hours ago, some 20-year-old kid threw a fucking Molotov cocktail at Sam Altman's house and then went to, again, don't condone this, but I get it, Mm-hmm. And then he goes to OpenAI's headquarters and it was threatening employees or something. And there's been, even prior to this, there was some concern about staff safety at OpenAI because people have been protesting and harassing employees and stuff like that. And I think that there's an argument to be made here that how do I say this? AI, people don't like AI, of course, it pulls into the toilet. But I do just kind of wonder how much of this is a scapegoat for broader just not American, but just broader crumbling sentiment of the status quo at the moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah, go on. Sorry.
No, that's okay. Just AI is a pretty convenient target for that, right?
I think it is convenient, but I also think it's representative of I think the death drive that the United States is currently on. Because Maddie, you brought up a great point earlier where it's people will that wasn't a lone scenario where people would go to a town hall with these politicians and being the entire half of the town shows up and they're like, we do not want this data center in our neighborhood. We've seen what data centers in neighborhoods do. It causes there's noise pollution. People get actual health problems. The actual air quality declines. Housing value goes in the fucking dumpster. You literally cannot sell rural houses at all anymore, but just because it's it just degrades the value, the property value. Not that I think property value is important, but it really degrades multiple levels of average people's lives on so many levels.
So of course, if we have to live in the society as it is, not the one we want, right?
Exactly.
People have gotten on my ass for this before. I'm just stating this clear-eyed.
Yeah.
The primary vector for financial growth for a middle-class family is their home value. I don't agree that that's how it should be, but that's how it is currently. And
it's
if you take that away,
now. Yeah.
And if you take that away, I just, how do most Americans build wealth? You just don't.
Yeah.
So.
There is no way to do that. And so when these data centers come in and politicians will just pass any fucking data center that comes through town, it pisses people off. And it also pisses people off that people like Sam Altman, all of these people that own AI are like, oh my God, this technology is incredible, isn't it? You're all going to lose your jobs. You're not going to be able to work anymore. Isn't that incredible? And people are like, no, no, definitely not. No, that doesn't sound fucking incredible.
And I think it's also two other things. I think people are just, like you said, tired of the government not listening to direct requests. Like, I am currently dealing right now with my city is doing crazy construction that blocked off like 4 different neighborhoods. It's a 2-year project that they decided on in a closed hearing. So nobody from the public knew it was coming or could say anything about it. And so like that's happening all the time with data centers, with other stuff. But I think also the average voter and the people who are against these data centers, they're incomprehensible. Because a lot of these, I was reading just today, there was an interview with one of the people who was they had gone to a city council meeting to be against a data center. And this person regularly uses Chat GPT.
Yeah.
And is like, and they were using it for like their business. And like, so that's a lot of these people as well. They don't want the data centers because of all of the reasons that we know. There's so many reasons to not want these data centers in your area. But they are also regular users of AI and are not anti-AI at all. They just don't want these data centers.
It's like the way it's being forced on society and the way that it seems like the tech people just want everything. They just want to own everything and control everything and ruin your like everyone's lives personally. They take fucking pride in it. They go on Twitter and talk about how much they hate everyone in this fucking country, like Mark Andreessen. They love it. They love to go on and fucking stunt on us. They love treating us like we're fucking cattle. And I think people are just tired of the tech people doing it, and they're tired of politicians not listening to anything that people want. Especially, I mean, I think that's why what's the Civil War and like Trump's massive unpopularity right now. I think that's also part of it. The amount of just like insider trading and like stuff that seems totally illegal and should be totally illegal, and like no other president would ever do it. Like everyone's just sick and tired of like completely being walked all over. It gets to a point. It's going to get to a fucking point when it like we're not going to just see a weekend of this like random violence against these people. Like it will escalate. It just has to if nothing changes.
Well, and that's kind of the problem that the Democratic Party is facing too, because there's a few people in the party that people like enough that could probably win for president. There's people that are running for Congress that will do well, but in the long term, the Democratic Party, people are sick of them too, because they're not doing anything. They are not listening to people. They are not even attempting to do anything about what Trump is doing. And I understand that they're not the majority, but they could still be. There are still things they could do. They pass every single person that he tries to put it, like all the judges that he nominates and all of the people in his cabinet. They all voted to let them in. Like, I don't know. They didn't all vote, but like a lot of Democrats voted in those people. and
then there was like on the recent mailbag episode, Caleb and I just talked about how like people like Chuck Schumer, the nominal heads of the party, when Trump did the ceasefire, that of course wasn't actually a ceasefire. It's sort of fake. Not the war is still technically happening, but he was like, here we go again. Taco Trump. He didn't even
backed down. That's good that he backed down, you fucking idiot. You dumb fucking moron. By the way, he and Hakeem Jeffries both have been like, well, we're not going to impeach him.
Like, why?
I mean? Yeah, like, so here's my theory, and I don't want to sound like a Joe Rogan guy who has metal poison from smoking weed out of beer cans my whole life or whatever. But like, I'm going to do it anyway, because I just think that this is at least partly true. I don't think this is the whole reason, because they're what they say is like, well, like that will help Trump if we try and do this or something like that. You know what I mean? It'll make the right rally around him. And maybe there's a degree of truth to that. But you have to understand, these guys are both also 110% owned by Israel. Both of those guys.
Yeah.
I mean, Chuck Schumer has said, my job is to make America love Israel or something. What was that quote? I'm paraphrasing it, but you know,
very similar.
Like,
pretty much.
So, you know, Israel's got their president in. How much of it is what they said? Sure. But it's got to at least be a little bit like, well, there's no real incentive for us to do this, because at the end of the day, the people that help us get elected want Trump in right now. And maybe it'll be one of us next time, but for now it's not, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that would make sense.
And it's a shame that like these people, like, because like Chuck Schumer probably has always wanted to go to war with Iran. But as we saw, I forget, who was it? Was he the Secretary of State under Obama? He ran for president also in 2004. I'm blanking on his name. But he went on TV the other day.
John Kerry?
John Kerry went on TV the other day in an interview and was like, yeah, Bibi Netanyahu also talked to us about going to war with Iran, but we didn't fucking fall for it. So like Trump was uniquely stupid enough to fall for going to war. And it's like, it's Democrats fucking are garbage, but they're like, they probably wouldn't have fallen for this shit because they haven't in the past. I do think some of them, like Chuck Schumer, are happy this is happening, though. Genuinely, I really do.
If we want to get really conspiratorial, the second he stopped attacking Iran is when all the new Epstein stuff started happening.
Yeah. Also, okay. Before, I know we've been going for an hour already. What the absolute fuck? Why did Melania go on TV and was like, I don't know anything about?
Yeah, there's a reason.
Okay, what is it? Why the fuck that was crazy? I like that people like Trump was even like, I don't know why she did that. No one knows why she did that.
Because there is a woman, her name is, I wish I had read the whole story.
It's Amanda something.
Yeah, I'll pull it up. So for you guys listen to the future, just understand that this was like breaking while we pretty much while we were
this happened like a couple hours ago.
Her name is Amanda Ungaro. She's a Brazilian woman who and I'm speaking out my ass here, and I'm going to sound dumb if you're listening to this in the future, because this is going to be a big story. But she's like connected to Melania through like a trafficker, basically, and she got deported. Her husband got her deported, who's connected to the admin, got her deported, and now she's like fuck. She's been like Sephiroth posting in Melania's replies on Twitter for like a couple days now, saying like I'm gonna spill the beans or something. She gets deported back to Brazil, and now she's just like she's gonna do this big tell-all. There are stories being written about it and released right now. I didn't actually have that one on the docket for tonight because like it's like extremely fresh at the moment.
We'll have to revisit it in a future episode.
This will be something that I think everybody knows about probably by the time this episode comes out, and I apologize, it's just the timing wasn't there.
I will say I think part of it has to do with how she was introduced to Donald Trump, because she mentioned that in her weird press conference, and I think that I saw in one of the reports that was like brand new right before we were recording this that it had something to do with like Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein, like how close they were, like with Melania. Like there was a bunch more communications and stuff with Melania than people knew about. So yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
That press conference was weird.
It was so weird.
The same thing as like, I think it was you, Maddie. It was like, it reminds me of like the Bibi Netanyahu "we didn't kill Charlie Kirk" press conference.
Yes.
It's like why would you say that, dude?
Just out of the blue saying I didn't commit a crime. I didn't do this.
All right, dude. Like, okay,
Yeah, we weren't thinking about that at this moment, but now that you mention it, actually,
That's
at first I think I saw a lot of people saying with the Melania thing, they were like, oh, they used the Iran war to distract us from Epstein, and now they're using Epstein to distract us from the war. But it's like, I don't think that's it. I think it's literally that Melania was trying to get ahead of what's coming out now.
I think so.
Yeah.
I really, that is so. I'm gonna have to read this after we hop off here.
I just didn't, between my other job and like editing, because we've done so much this week, I just didn't have time to read that. But the story that I did that does relate to something you'd said a moment ago, June, about how people are just tired of just the naked corruption, sometimes by this administration's friends or just tech companies writ large or something like that. Sometimes by the Trump family itself. And I don't know if you guys have been following this Dolomite WLFI crypto scandal that the Trump sons are in.
Oh, I vaguely know something about it. Is it the same thing that's involved where some of the Trump sons have been like deleting old posts about some crypto scam they got involved with? Like this goes back a couple of months now, even.
So imagine, June, the way that this would, I mean, again, I think this would be a really good episode for us if we talk about it again, to have Ed or Molly or somebody who knows this stuff on to do. But the dumb guy explanation, as I understand it, is, June, you go to put your paycheck in the Chicago Happy Bank, and normal banks only use fiat currency, typically USD, and they're FDIC insured. So there's a lot less of a risk of you not getting your money back if they have any sort of risky investments. Well, The WLFI is a little different. They have what's called a regulatory token, which is their fake money, and then they have a stable token, which is like the US dollar coin, or they have a similar one that's their value is tied to the US dollar. Now they go to this institution called Dolomite, and they want to borrow $50 million, I believe was the amount, and as collateral they use their fake tokens. Now here's the problem with that. Dolomite is the WLFI, the CTO, and his name, let me pull this up in my notes. It's their CTO. He's on the board. So this is a huge, massive conflict as it is. And now we don't know what the balance sheet of this is. They may not have, so the thing is, like, if this causes like a panic and everybody tries to pull out like their tokens, it reduces it to zero. So this could be like a extremely massive rug pull. This may have already happened by the time we're done recording. I don't know. I just read that like right before we started. So again, if I've got that wrong, or if it's not current by the time you guys are listening to this, sorry. But that's another one.
I just will never get over getting a rug pulled like these days. We have known about the
president's family, by the president.
They're like
his
the most
disgusting sons are gonna fucking like rob you, and you're gonna let that happen.
And they're like the most well-known scammer family of all time in American history at this point. How do you fall for it again and again and again? That's astounding.
Crazy.
Yeah, but people are sick of that shit. People are sick of scamming just being an everyday occurrence.
Yeah. And I said this before, but I dropped out, so I'm saying this again if it didn't make it into the original one. I don't know how great my explanation of that is. I know we have a lot of people who are a lot more knowledgeable on that. So sound off in the comments or Patreon, Discord, Reddit, wherever, and beat my ass, because I'm sure I got elements of that wrong. So
I think you did your best. I think you did a really good job.
Better than I could.
I shouldn't have to know about this. I shouldn't have to know about fucking your adult Chuck E. Cheese tokens. Fuck you. It pisses me off. I have enough problems.
I'm just glad that I think this era of tech pessimism is upon us fully. The average person is going out to data centers, firebombing them, taking action, stopping them from being produced. Like
the
I know
of
when
the Luddite is among us.
Yeah, like we had Ed on I think a couple of weeks ago now, and he was talking about how data centers are just not being constructed at all, and like I think it was by Politico did a full news story about that and took a look at different ones, and it's like this is like a real thing. Like data centers just straight up aren't being produced or are being constructed in so many different states, which is I think a good thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That was all that I had. Unless I think I was gonna try and read more about the Melania stuff while you guys were talking, so we could go on to it a little bit more. Again, that's like happening right now, but I don't know. We wouldn't be able to do it justice until
we'll do a whole
the
other.
dust settles.
Can I quickly tell you about the people getting beat up?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So the story that I saw, I don't know if this is happening in the US or if this is only happening in other countries, but the story that I saw was from South Korea, and it seemed like it was one of several recent cases that this has happened. People who have a bunch of crypto, a bunch of money in crypto, they have like physical crypto wallets. And for some,
like they're keeping it on like a USB stick or something. I don't really know how that works.
I don't really know what that means. I just know that they're called physical crypto
if
wallets.
I understand properly, it's like a not like a code. There's like a code associated with your, like a string of characters or something associated with your like.
So like
my god!
I could be totally wrong, but I think it's just like a code. There's like a unique code for specific wallets, like send and receive codes.
Dude, there's like gangs that hunt nerds.
That's what's happening in South Korea. Is they're somehow, I don't know why these people are going in person to meet up and trade with people.
Why? This isn't Pokemon.
Yeah, like I thought this was all online, but whatever. But they're going in person to do like crypto trades, and so they're bringing their wallet thing with them, and then they get the shit beat out of them, and their wallet's stolen, and they're losing like hundreds of thousands of dollars at a time when they get these stolen. And there was multiple cases in South Korea. Like I said, I don't know if it's happening here, but it's kind of funny. I'll be honest. Like
so funny because you're right. It's like online. Why do you need a
literal
physical
wall of
fucking
inspectors?
How are you like? How are they tricking you into getting you outside?
This is like I don't know if either of you have ever played RuneScape, but this is like falling for someone being like, oh, we gotta go trade. I'm gonna go bring you up to the wilderness, but don't worry, I'm not gonna kill you. We're not gonna do PvP. I'm not gonna take all your stuff. We're just going up here for a minute. You just have to follow me here. That's like
we
falling
have to
for
trade
that.
up here so no one will steal our items. Right?
There's an equivalent of that for Neopets where sometimes people will like beg for an item and say they're going to trade back something good, and then they steal your item, and it happens to kids mostly who get scammed, obviously, but that happened to me as a child where they were like, oh, just give me this item, like I have this really cool one that you want, and I emailed Neopets because I was so upset. I was like 10 years old. And I emailed Neopets and I said I was stolen from.
I think
they
it's
did
kind
not
of,
care.
I think it's beautiful that people are. It's happening in real life still. This sort of MMORPG scam is happening in real life for some of the world's dumbest people.
It's still happening in Neopets.
Probably RuneScape too.
I'm on there every day. I see it.
Mine was the original Diablo. I got screwed on.
Diablo. Oh, Diablo.
I've never played that.
I love Diablo 2. I'm a big Diablo 2 head.
Isn't that what Elon plays?
Oh, God, no, Path of Exile. He doesn't have taste. Actually,
he did play Diablo.
Oh, he did. Okay, I feel like
I
saw that he played Diablo at some point.
He played Diablo 4. I don't know if he's probably played Diablo 2. He's probably
which game was he
pretends
playing?
He played Diablo 2.
Which game was he playing when the chat kept telling him to kill himself?
That was Path of Exile.
Okay. You're gonna die alone.
Yeah, you have no friends, you'll die alone. He's just sitting there, this blank face, like
just disassociate.
Notably, completely correct.
Notably, that was the last time he ever live streamed a video game on Twitter.
Yeah,
which I think is so.
What was hang on, let me pull this up because we follow him on our Twitter account. His like Elite Gamer 420 or whatever it was. Do you remember that? He had his like streaming that he made. Yeah, I watched him a couple times play. Fucking loser, dude. I can't remember what it was called. It was like Gaming Haxer 420 or some bullshit.
It shouldn't be hard to find.
I can't imagine listening to his voice for that long, like to watch him play a game.
Yeah, dude.
I cannot stand his accent.
It's so gross, so disgusting sounding.
I'm not seeing it at the moment, but that's fine.
Maybe he deleted it. I don't know. I was going to look, but who cares? But yeah, he had some. It was funny too because he only I don't know if he just wasn't advertising it very well, but he only had like 2,000 or 3,000 followers on it, which for him is like, nothing.
Only the diehards.
Only the diehards, and then the real fucking perverts like me who were on there. You know what I mean? Watching him play. He doesn't really talk all that much. You just like it's sort of like, you have to do this. And also there's like rumors that he actually wasn't playing the game himself.
Oh yeah, I've seen that he had like somebody else playing and he just moves his arms around a little bit.
Yeah, I totally believe
because he doesn't show his hands. It like cuts off at his arms.
All you need to see is like his Elden Ring build. He's like, that guy doesn't understand video games. He doesn't.
He lacks creativity.
It looks like he deleted that account or we unfollowed it at some point. A shame.
I'm assuming he deleted it. He's probably ashamed.
Yeah. Oh my God. Especially because he doesn't seem to talk about video games very much anymore after he lost the gaming community.
No, he's fully moved on from that.
Yeah.
He saw how mean they were and he said, okay, this is not my space.
There's a strategic retreat.
That's when he started posting more on his 3-year-old account where he pretended to be a baby.
Baby fur time.
Yeah, dude, he is also a baby fur.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
He loves baby stuff. That's concerning.
It's extremely concerning.
Super weird. And he also begged to get on Epstein's island.
Yeah.
A lot of weird, questionable things going on all at the same time.
Please let me on your island, Mr. Epstein.
I want to go to a party.
Sorry, actually, we're not allowing visitors ever again.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's all I got, guys, for MAGA Chud Civil War. But
Same.
Lots happened in a single day, and I think that's a good sign.
Yeah.
And to kind of put a cherry on top of it. I don't know if you guys saw, this has nothing to do with it really, but I think it is a sort of sign. It's like in season 2 of Game of Thrones when they see the red star. It's like, what does this mean? What is this a sign of? There's
omen.
the guy that looks like the Chud Jack. Did you see that? That like tried to break into that guy's house, and he's ringing the bell, and everyone's saying it's like the "it's happening" alarm or whatever. Like things are happening. The Chud Jack is here. The red star rises.
He's the real life Chud Jack. It's incredible. Maddie, if you have not seen this yet, you need to.
I don't think I have. You'll have to send it to me.
It's an incredible video. Like from what it seems like, it sounds like this guy was arrested also because he's like trying to break in. I don't know the full story behind it, but it seems like he was trying to break in to like find this guy's daughter. Like it was bad stuff.
It's
bad
real
stuff.
bad. He's lucky he didn't get magnumed. I mean, like,
what can we expect from the Chud Jack? I mean,
yeah.
Everything always happens.
Him and Clavicular are signs of things to come, I think.
Totally.
We're in an early age of like alien characters that seem to have spawned out of
Clavicular
nowhere.
is last thing I have to say, he is such a weird case study of like self-hatred.
Yeah.
But do either of you know who Woe Vicky is?
Of course I do. Yeah.
Of course. Friend of the show.
They like fell out on stream. Like they don't like you. They were hanging out for a little while, but now they don't like each other. Yeah. And all she tweeted about it was he's mean. I love her. I saw a tweet today that said Woe Vicky speaks to me in code. I just love her, but
she posts. She is a one of a kind type of poster. Not many people do it like her.
A cryptid for sure.
She is. There's something about her that just draws me in. And Clavicular, there's nothing about him that draws me in, but I'm also just so fascinated by how much he does not understand other human beings. It's so funny to me.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. He's a freak, but
yeah, also a cryptid, but not like there's different kinds of rare Pokemon. Whereas like Woe Vicky is like Ash Sing Ho at the start of his journey. You know what I mean? This is maybe like a shiny Diglett is what you get with Clavicular.
See, I think Woe Vicky is like Mewtwo because she speaks in riddles.
There you go.
Like he does in the movie. Like
Clavicular is so odd because he's gotten quite the profile at this point, but whenever you see clips or anything from his stream, most of the time it's just him standing around and not doing anything and like just weird people walking around him. It's like not much happens.
It's either that or he's like having a meltdown about something.
Yeah.
Like spiking his cortisol. He cried about SNL, like did a thing about him, and he cried on stream. And then I saw everybody was saying he's going to be the next Jordan Peterson, just so drugged up that he's crying on stream every day.
Well, I mean, he might be in jail for a while, like legit.
Because of the alligator?
Because he shot that alligator. They're still deciding whether or not they want to press charges. Or I think they're investigating.
He's been arrested so many times in the last like 6 months. I don't know how he keeps getting away with these things that he does.
Peter Thiel money.
That's true.
Yeah, someone's bailing him out.
He's his sugar baby. That's what I've heard.
Mm-hmm. I think the best thing that could happen to him is going to jail for a while. I feel like, you know what I mean? Just get away from all this. Get away from the internet.
I wonder what the people in jail would think of his bone smashing.
I think that he will be getting his bone smashed in jail.
Aww.
I feel like he'd just be like too mean. He's like weirdly confrontational sometimes with people.
I think that would happen once and then he'd learn his place. You know what I mean?
Probably.
Like a mean, shitty dog that has to get along with other dogs. Like a little chihuahua, and then he meets the big one. He'd fall in line. Anyway. Okay, do we have anything to plug? June?
I think we fucking went on sort of a tear of recording this last week. So if you've missed anything, now is a good time to maybe hop on the Patreon or just the feed, especially because we got one bonus episode up. It was like an hour and a half long mailbag episode where we just talked about a bunch of shit. So there's a lot up on the Patreon, especially right now. So I guess just check out what we've been up to. Really busy week, so it's possible you might have missed something if you're not checking every day.
In a few days, we will have the next Lost one. That's the one we were supposed to record with Maddie tonight. And then also we got MOYP coming out. I think that one's coming out mid next week. We're recording it in a few days as well. I think
Wednesday or Tuesday.
Yeah. But Maddie, thank you for coming and joining us anyway for this little side quest.
You are so welcome. I'm glad that I joined. Last time I plugged the Muppets, which we have no official word what's going on if they're being executed or not. This time I will plug Neopets. Go play Neopets. It's still there.
Great game.
Yeah. It's
Love
very
Neopets.
fun.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for listening, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
the computer.